What's going on YouTube? This is Kaz and welcome to the Kingdom Perfumes experience. So good to see you guys again. If you're new here, welcome. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing by the end of this video if you like what you're about to see. If you're returning, hey, great to see you guys again. So today we are looking at the newest additions to the Amouage fragrance collection. Most of these are 2021. I think one of them is from 2020. So we'll be looking at those fragrances right after the intro. Welcome back. Now before I begin, I usually like to start off all of my videos with a quick and simple prayer. For those of you who would like to skip ahead to the beginning of the video, no problem at all. There will be a link in the description below. For those of you staying for the prayer, let's go ahead and start. Heavenly Father, I thank you for my viewers. I thank you for this platform that allows us to share our passions, our thoughts, and our ideas. Lord, I thank you for the upcoming holiday season where we can spend it with family, friends, or loved ones and just kind of remember the things that matter the most. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, let's get into it. So we're talking about Amouage today, Extraits Perfume. I have my sample kit from the awesome Scent Explorer bag, which I have next to me here. I'll give you guys a quick sneak peek. Here's my wonderful Scent Explorer bag. And it smells amazing here, by the way. I think there's like a little satchel of potpourri, pine cones or whatever. It just makes the whole thing smell awesome. But we're focusing on Amouage today, okay? And this is just a sample box, and you get definitely a good amount of juice in each one of these vials. But I just wanted to show you guys just the quality of a simple sample box. I mean, Amouage is a brand that I can say from experience is committed to luxury all the way around. I mean, this is a sample. They could have just put it on card samples with quick sprays, but they actually did a patterned box. You know, it opens up, magnetic, and then boom. Excellent presentation. Just for the samples. Just for the samples. And then you can see the number above each vial. Now, word on the street is that these numbers are actually the concentration level, the oil to alcohol concentration level. So 43%, 45%, what do we got? 53% and 56%. Really concentrated stuff. These are like heavily concentrated extracted perfumes, super oily. I actually tried maybe one or two of them out already on my skin. My wife absolutely loves the I believe it was the Honor Woman 43, so that's 43% concentration. And I tried the Interlude 53 the other day on my hand, and the oiliness is just awesome. So these will last a long time. They're very heavily concentrated. Without further ado, let's go ahead and try all of them on strips. I would love to put them on my skin, but they're all beast mode. I'm pretty sure I can tell you, just smelling two of them, they're pretty beast mode. They will last forever, so I don't want to, you know, have too many fragrances going on here. So we'll just put them on strips for now. So I'll start with Honor Woman 43. Fragrantica categorizes this as a floral. Here's what the sample vials actually look like. You got a gold little cap there. Okay, and the text on the bottle. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Okay, and this is a 2021 release. So this one is released this year. The nose behind this fragrance is Alexandria Carlin. You'll see her picture here. And let's talk about some of the notes. So in the top, we're gonna have pepper, coriander, rhubarb leaf. In the heart, we're gonna have carnation, tuberose, jasmine, and lily of the valley. Wonderful kind of white floral combo going on in the heart, by the way. Really cool stuff. And then of course carnation is kind of not a white floral. I know they use that in a lot of older fragrances. So really nice floral heart that we have. In the base, we're gonna have sandalwood, vetiver, olibanum, opopanax, leather, and labdanum. So now we're getting deep, rich, and resinous. All right, deep, rich, resinous, A little bit of creaminess and woodiness from the sandalwood. And then you got some earthy grounding from the vetiver and leather and labdanum. So we're gonna explore the notes that we just talked about on this strip. And mind you, all I did was take the cap off, and I'm already starting to smell the fragrance. And as I was spraying it, it came out almost like oil. You know, it sprays really well, but if you kind of like, you know, kind of half spray, it'll just kind of like leak out like oil. So really heavy concentrations here. Now, first thing you're going to notice with Honor Woman 43 is the wonderful white florals. Beautiful. I actually want to try my hand and wear this myself. Even though it is Honor Woman 43, I think there is an Honor Man. I don't think there's an Extraits Perfume for Honor Man. But this just smells so good. I mean, the tuberose, jasmine, and lily of the valley are hitting me immediately. And I don't get much of the pepper or the coriander. Now again, this is on paper and not on skin, so there are different nuances to keep in mind. But those white florals really do hold their own. Alright, so we're going to come back to all of these fragrances at the end, but I do want to give them just a little bit of time to develop, because I noticed that with this concentration level, they do develop much slower, and I like that. That adds for a lot of longevity. So, oh, beautiful. Well blended too. The craftsmanship on Amouage fragrances are top notch. If you guys have the opportunity to buy an Extraits Perfume, no matter what fragrance or just in general, consider doing so. I am a big fan of higher concentration levels because you will get that longevity, even if it means you might not get much projection. So to some people that matters, but definitely consider it. Next fragrance on the list is Reflection 45. Now, you will be seeing a picture of the Reflection 45 bottle, as you will have already seen with Honor. And here's my little vial. They all look the same, so I'll spare you that. I have the original Reflection Man, wonderful fragrance. I wore that on my wedding day, and it was absolutely fantastic. First time I got that bottle, it was just like wealth in a bottle, man. It was so sophisticated. I hadn't smelled anything like that. I sprayed it all over my room at the time, just because it smelled so good. So I'm looking forward to, my wife's laughing at me in the background. I'm looking forward to spraying Reflection 45 with some deeper concentration now. So let's talk about this. 2021 also, so this year. The nose behind this one is Lucas Suzak, or Siozak. You'll see his photo here. And let's talk about what's in the top. By the way, Fragrantica categorizes this as an amber spicy fragrance. Honor Woman was categorized as just a floral fragrance. So, back to Reflection 45. In the top, we're going to have juniper berries, benzoin, clary sage, lavender, cardamom, and some pink pepper. Now in the heart, you're going to have some jasmine, neroli, angelica, vanilla, iris, and tonka bean. So a little sweetness there, a little white floral sweetness going on with the jasmine neroli combo, and then the vanilla, iris, and tonka bean. So I'm curious. And that iris should add some of that smoothness too. In the base, we're going to have some olibanum, apopanax, myrrh, patchouli, cedar, sandalwood, and vetiver. All right, enough talk. Let's get to the spraying. Ooh, wow. Yeah, just as I remember it, but they really hyped some things up here. So I want to say some of the spiciness, some of the, maybe the iris, and some of the resins have definitely been hyped up a little bit here, but you do get that same smooth, oh my goodness. You got the juniper berries popping up, you got the benzoin kind of screaming off the strip here. And it's kind of interesting that benzoin is shown as a top note, because usually you put that in the base to give it some sweet grounding. And that lavender and cardamom, and I do smell some of the pink pepper. It's all coming together in the opening. And I get what the iris is doing here. What a beautiful combo, I'm telling you guys. Yeah, so what I can say off of first smell here is that Reflection 45 does have a lot of the maybe spicier notes hyped up just a tad, but what you're really going to smell is the sweet resins and the iris, that powdery nuance. Also, sandalwood also adds some creaminess too, but you're really going to smell a lot of that white floral iris effect, and then you're going to get a little bit of the spicy nature from the juniper berries, the lavender, the cardamom, pink pepper. All of that coming together creates that signature that we're used to with the original. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Now, as a side note, I will be doing comparisons of all of these fragrances with their original counterparts. Now, the only one that I own right now is Reflection, so I will be getting some samples of the original. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video, where we're going to be doing compare and contrast. All right, next fragrance on the list. I'll let Reflection 45 cool down, but it is absolutely amazing right now. Interlude 53. This was an interesting one, almost challenging too. You have to wear this one with pride. Interlude 53, this is categorized as an amber woody fragrance. This is a 2020 release, so just a year ago, and the nose behind this is Pierre Negrine. All right, you'll see Pierre right here. And let's continue. So on the top, we're gonna have some pimento, some oregano, and some bergamot. I thought it was quite interesting to have oregano as a note in a fragrance. I think this is probably the first fragrance I've smelled with oregano in it, and it was quite interesting, actually, I will say. And I think I've smelled a fragrance before with basil in it, and that was also a really nice experience. So that was just kind of eye-opening to me. In the heart, we're gonna have Pomponax, amber, incense, and some labdanum. Now, you'll see a theme. So far, I think every fragrance that I've mentioned has a Pomponax in it, so that's really cool. If you guys are not familiar with the Pomponax, just stay tuned with my ABCs of Perfumery series. Eventually, I will be doing a little bit of, a little bit of a video on a Pomponax, as well as some other notes that are in that similar fragrance category. But a Pomponax, I mean, it's a nice resin, all right, and you can kind of go online and look at what a Pomponax actually looks like, and maybe some of the deeper facets that it has. But it's been in each one of these fragrances so far. And in the base for Interlude 53, we're gonna have some smoke, some leather, some oud, some patchouli, and some sandalwood. I can tell you right off the bat, the smoke is definitely present. This fragrance lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts. This is not a work-safe fragrance. I'm telling you right now, don't wear this to your job. You might not have one by the end of the day. Interlude 53 is for your sophisticated, like, boss, okay, moments, okay? You're going out with a loved one. Fellas, if you're going out with a loved one, okay, you want to smell real sophisticated, real dapper, you go ahead and try out Interlude 53. Maybe if you're going out tango, salsa dancing, possibly, okay? But, that smoke and leather and oud, those are really dark notes, so you really want to know what you're doing when you wear Interlude 53. I think I've smelled the original in the store a while ago, but I don't really remember it. But yeah, Interlude 53 definitely can be a challenging fragrance, but I really do enjoy it. You just have to wear it for cold weather. Wear it in the deep cold or the freezing cold, and I think you'll be okay. But you have to be confident, okay? If you're gonna wear, heavy extraded perfumes that have a lot of concentration, a lot of challenging notes, you already have to be, you can't be like a novice fragrance person wearing Interlude 53. It's just not gonna happen. You might want to try some other things before you get used to oud, just oud by itself. Yeah, man. As soon as you spray this, you're gonna smell that heavy. You're gonna smell heavy resins, and it has a sweetness. I think this is from the labdanum. And the smoke, leather, and oud are kind of doing this, I don't want to say a competition, but they're all kind of bubbling, okay? They're coming out, they're slowly coming out. They're not quite there yet, but you can smell kind of facets from each one slowly developing off the strip here. And the incense and the Pomponax and the amber, I mean, they're all starting to really slowly develop. But what you're going to smell immediately is a rich, smoky resins, okay? You're going to smell that immediately off the strip. I don't really get that pimento and oregano bergamot combo on the strip, but definitely on my skin, I got more of that pepper, the oregano spice. I got that on my skin more, but on the paper, I'm not really seeing that. But yeah, resinous, powerhouse right here. Interlude 53, a sweet resinous powerhouse with incense, smoke, leather, and oud. Really smoky, resinous, and a little bit of sweetness. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, the sweetness has to be coming from the some of that Apopanax and that labdanum, which is a favorite note of mine. I do enjoy labdanum. Yeah, whoo-wee. Not for the faint of heart. Interlude 53. Definitely recommend if you're ready for it. Boss Tings, Boss Tings. All right, last on this list, and I think it's only 4 Extraits perfumes that Amouage currently has out that they've released. I'm not sure if there's others. If there are others, please comment below and let us know. But the last is Epic Woman, all right? This is Epic Woman 56. So this is the most concentrated out of all these fragrances, with Honor Woman 43 being the least. 43% is still really high. And at 56, this is more than half the ratio of alcohol to oil. So 56% oil, all right, and like 44% alcohol or solvent or dilutant. So Fragrantica categorizes this as an amber spicy fragrance. This is a 2021 release, so this year. The nose behind Epic Woman 56 is none other than Cecile Zarokian. Many of you guys are familiar with Cecile's work with I think material that just came out recently, and here she is doing another Amouage fragrance, okay? And you guys should have already seen her photo here. The notes. In the top, you're gonna get some pink pepper, cumin, and some cinnamon. In the heart, you're gonna get some jasmine tea. Really interesting note. I'm a big fan of jasmine tea. Damask rose, and geranium. In the base, you're gonna get some sandalwood, olibanum, oud, patchouli, amber, gaiac wood, orris, musk, and vanilla. Now, Cecile Zarokian is known for her work with vanilla. She's really good with vanilla. So we'll see what Epic Woman gives us, all right? We will see. By the way, I just wanted to show you guys the vial. I know I haven't been doing that with all of these fragrances, but this is probably the darkest or the most yellow out of all of these fragrances. And I think, let me see, kind of hold it up to the light there. And I think Interlude 53 is the next step up, and you can see that it's really light in comparison. So this is really dark juice here. All right, Epic Woman 56. Man, the strip is completely yellowed by me spraying it on. All right. Now I'm getting a really strong frankincense note. Wow. All right, so bear with me here. I know I said pink pepper, cumin, and cinnamon, right? But I'm getting a lot of nice frankincense, okay? But you do get that softness, that kind of slightly floral, spicy nature of the pink pepper. And I'm not really getting much of the rose yet, much of the tea, but it's slowly peeking its way there. It's slowly peeking out. Wow. Yeah, that's all I'm getting for now, guys. That pink pepper is really doing a big work, creating a really big frankincense kind of profile. And I'm not, you know, it is kind of soft, kind of smooth. Maybe the tea is doing some of that, but I'm not getting much else. So let's jump back to the beginning and go back through these now that they've had some time to develop, and then we'll close out, and then, you know, we'll call it a day. All right, back to Honor Woman 43. How has it developed? Okay, so it's very fresh and floral. It has just this nice freshness and nice floral touch to it. Kind of earthy also. And I think that might be coming from maybe some of the vetiver, trying to ground it a little bit. But yeah, it still just has this wonderful lingering white floral. And I like that. So Honor Woman 43, I know it's marketed towards women, but if you like the fragrance, you wear the fragrance, right? Guys, if you like white florals, you like freshness, you like uplifting kind of fragrances, I think Honor Woman 43 is definitely something that you will enjoy. You won't have to worry about longevity. These are super concentrated. And I don't really get much of the leather and some of those other heavier notes. Really, the star of the show here is Lily of the Valley, Tuberose Jasmine. Yeah, I really enjoy this. Okay, so that's how it's developed so far. Reflection Man 45. Oh, okay. What's happening here? So I think a lot of the tonka bean is starting to develop more now. Yeah, the tonka bean is starting to develop more. It's soft. All that, the spices and stuff have calmed down. It's going into that white floral nature that Reflection has that we're used to. Some of that neroli, the jasmine is still there. And I love that iris and tonka bean combo because, you know, tonka bean is very sweet. Iris can be pretty, almost like buttery, powdery, smooth. And you're getting that right now in the dry down. It's been a couple minutes now. And there is some sandalwood in here too to make it a little creamy, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, so far, these first two fragrances, they do lean more on white florals. Now, what makes Reflection a little different from Honor is the way that the resins kind of interact. Okay, so I get more resins with Reflection than I do with Honor. Beautiful. Yeah, so we'll move on. Now, Interlude 53, told you guys, resinous powerhouse right here. Not a white floral at all. Now, what I'm getting more of with the Interlude, okay, is the smoke for sure. The oud trying to come out. And by the way, the quality of oud that's used in these is top notch. So it's not stinky, it's not barnyard at all. But yeah, the quality of the oud is awesome. So the smoke and oud combo is starting to come out. You still smell the amber, the opoponax, the labdanum. And it's just developing more. Those deeper notes are starting to really come alive more. Wonderful. And yeah, the note of incense is also pretty strong. So I think that incense plus the smoke, it gives us a very smoky profile, okay? But not like over the top smoky, not like church incense smoky, but yeah, just like a resinous kind of incense smokiness, all right? If that makes sense. And then lastly, we'll come back to Epic Woman 56. And it's starting to get a little bit more deep, more woody, okay? The rose, I don't get that much. I think it's very balanced rose and geranium, and the tea I think is kind of like an overcoat on those heart notes, which keeps them like in a humming state. Like they're kind of humming and buzzing around this pink pepper, this frankincense vibe that I get. But some of the woods are starting to come out more. Like it's starting to get a little deeper, a little more woody. Olibanum is starting to do its thing. And yeah, don't get much vanilla yet. Oh man. But it is just smoothing out, okay? So I'm not gonna say this is a frankincense fragrance. I'm not gonna say that for Epic Woman. But it's a boss woman fragrance, okay? The pink pepper really does its job to kind of give that pretty sparkle, if that makes sense, okay? And then you're gonna have some of these notes that kind of tone it down, like the tea, the rose, the geranium. And you have all these deep notes to kind of ground it and make the fragrance what it is. So yeah, guys, it's only been a few minutes, and with fragrances like these, I've realized in wearing the Interlude 53 for a day that it really does take time to smell the entire range of the fragrance, and we just don't have that time right now. So this is what these fragrances are, at least within the first couple of minutes. I truly hope this was of value to you guys, so you guys can kind of get your mind around what you're expecting from these Extraits Perfumes. If you've tried the original to these fragrances, let us know in the comments below. This has been a blast, and thanks so much for watching, guys, for tuning in. I really do look forward to seeing you guys again soon. And until next time, take care and have a wonderful week, folks. Be on the lookout for a part 2 or a follow-up to this video where I'm going to have samples of the originals, and we're going to do a little bit of compare and contrast. That's all I got. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day and an awesome week. Peace.